Alright, I'm gonna give this live stream one last chance on the scooter, and I'm not gonna check it so often. I just wanna stream and ride, and I'll still stop and check on chats, but I'm not gonna bother with the live itself and how it's working. I'm just going to go live, ride my scooter, probably won't talk much, but with the new settings in town, it should be okay. It seemed like it was last time until I left town, but I'm gonna stay in town and just stream and ride. So I'm just waiting for the feed to pop up on my end and check the audio. In town, it should be okay. It seems like it was. And the audio seems okay. So I'm just to road. And I will check on chats. I'm gonna try not to yell. I don't need literally right in front of my mouth that way. Alright, back where I was. I'm gonna go this way. I call this Bar Street, because you got two bars there, and you got a bar there. So again, if you're just now joining, I'm giving the live stream on the scooter another chance because I never really tested the new set in town. It seemed to work when I was in town last time, and then once I left town, I had the same issues. So I'm just doing a full test in town, and I'm going to ride all over town and see exactly what issues are whenever I'm in town, so I can avoid those areas. And I'm not going to get out there. I'll just get back there, because right now all I want to do is just stream and ride and not worry about it so much. And then I'll pull over every once in a while, check on the chat. I have an idea of I picked a bad road to talk on. It gets better up here. Alright, so I have an idea of where some of the problem, you know, areas will be, but I'll still ride through them and check it out later. The last few times I did live on the scooter, yeah, I just kept pulling over, checking on the stream, trying to, you know, figure it out. This time I'm just going to enjoy the ride. I'm also riding a little slower than the speed limit, because I know when I go slow, that seems to help the stream too. So I'll stay off the main road for now, and just stick with the side roads. Keeping my high beams on too, because the other night I was riding along, you know, in a dark area, and there was a stick in the road, and I didn't see it until, you know, it hit my low beam, and by then it was too late. I just ran right over it. Didn't do anything, it just it was a jolt. I might turn it off when I get on like the main road where there's lots of traffic, or more traffic than the side roads. Heading up by all the schools now. No school tomorrow. It's Good Friday. Pretty nice out tonight. It's I think 70 degrees right now. It got up to 80 today, but the heat index was probably about, I don't know, 83 to 85. I don't know, it felt like summer. Definitely felt like summer today. And now it's 70 degrees. I just got a t-shirt and my down jacket, you know, as a wind blocker, and got my sweatpants on, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. Now if I stop too long I might start getting hot, but just on the ride, you know, that sweet spot between cold and hot, it just feels good. I'll take a peek down here. Got a couple chats. I'm gonna check out an area over here so that I can watch the live stream back and see how it does. Then I'll head back to the main road in town and pull over somewhere. So I don't know if it'll get choppy out here, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Like I said, just want to enjoy the ride, stream and ride, test out the new settings in town, check on it later. Probably put my low beams on for oncoming cars at least. At the elementary school there, earlier I went by the high school, the middle school, and the primary school. Alright, couple more blocks, I'll be on the main road in town. Then I'll pull over and look at your chat. Got to keep my feet up. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'll raise my whole helmet up so you're not staring at my phone. Oh hey Charity, I know you. The LA painter. Haven't seen any of your videos for a while. So the live stream is going smooth. Alright. Yeah, the last couple issues I had with my live streams was I was streaming 1080p and I had the option on the GoPro to save an HD version of the video to the SD card. So I think that was kind of messing with the live stream, and it was just really choppy and really bad. So I turned off the HD save to the SD card, and I dropped the resolution down to 720, and it seems to work in town alright. But then I left town, you know, went out to State Park, and when I was riding out on the highway, it just got all choppy again. So now I'm doing a test in town with the new settings to see how it works in town. And if it works good when I look back at the live stream, if everything's all good, then I won't give up live streams. So I'm gonna hit the road again. Make sure I close my visor because the bugs are out tonight. So I'll ride some more areas around town, and then I'll pull over again. I think I saw people watching. Now this is one of the areas where my shop, I know I was in that parking lot and didn't, you know. Diner, and there's Colton Steakhouse. It's a pretty good place there, but it's expensive. Not as expensive as the new steakhouse that opened up not too long ago. They got $50 steaks. Will. I'll try this area out here. It's not quite out of, like, you know, on the outer edge of town. I gotta watch for deer out here because They crossed the road here. Giant field to my left, and there's some residential on my right. The stream. Or not sure how it picked up on the GoPro. That house right there in front of me, I want that house. It's a nice house. And then that one too. So yeah, this is the rich neighborhood. Trying to keep my head up too, because only leans back so far. So sometimes, you know, if I'm just slouching and my head is down, it will sometimes kind of cut off the horizon. So I'm trying to do two things. I'm trying to keep my head up so you can see, and I'm trying not to yell, because I tend to yell riding, and I too, because the microphone is right in front of my mouth. I'll head up by the college campus next. Take a peek at my phone. So how is the stream going so far? I'll wait till I pull over to check on it. Little parking lot right here. Pull over. Alright, there I go, checking on the stream again, but it looks like it's doing alright. Down to one viewer. Who is it? Who are you? Maybe that's me, because I'm viewing it. Alright, hit the road again. Riding through college campus now. If anybody is just joining, going for a ride on my scooter through town, just checking out my new settings on the GoPro, because the last few live streams I've had issues with it being choppy, so I changed some settings and it seems to do good in town with the settings, but I won't know until I check out the entire stream later. I'm just riding all over town to see if there's any like problem areas that affect the stream. But so far I think it's going good. Go through the square again, and then I'll go up to the north end of town. When I get up to the north end of town, I'll pull over again and check on the chat. There. And there's the gel. Right there is the fire station. Yeah, I'll wait till I get up by Walmart or any other big parking lot with lots of lights. Cause I don't want to just pull over on the side of the road to check on the chat, because some of these areas you don't want to just pull over, especially this road I'm on now. You don't want to just pull over and sit there, because people around this area, they get suspicious. They don't know what you're doing. And just 2 weeks ago, there was a drive-by shooting on this road. Actually, not too far up ahead. I think what happened, oh man, that was a big bump. Yeah, this is one of the worst roads to ride on. I don't know why I went this way, but I did, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, there was there we go, now it's better. But yeah, there was a drive-by shooting, and I think what happened was whoever outside shot first, and I think the car went around the block and came back around and then drove by and shot. I don't know the full details of it, but yeah, don't want to just pull over on the side of the road here, you know, especially on these side roads. If you're gonna ride or drive on some of these side roads, you know, you best just keep going. You know, some lights that don't get stuck like this for me. Couple lights I try to avoid because I'll never get through them unless a car comes up, or you know. But sometimes, you know, if I'm sitting there by myself, the light will change for the oncoming cars and leave me sitting there at the red. .45 through here, and I'm gonna go 45, and I beat that red. Alright, I'll pull over here and check on the chat. Alright, got a couple of them. Seems good. Well, that's good. Looks like the new settings working out, as long as I stay in town. Breathing. Yeah, I got the mic like literally right in front of my mouth, and I'm thinking about moving it. I'm either gonna cover it up. It's got like one of them dead cats on it, you know, for wind, and it keeps rubbing my lips, clean my lips. So I'm probably gonna cover it up, and then hopefully, but then it might sound muffled, I don't know. I'll probably just move it. So or I could just stop yelling. You know, I tend to yell when I'm riding, and I don't need to, because I know you can hear me. Not like I'm riding you know, a giant loud sports bike. I'm on a scooter. I'm gonna go straight into the next parking lot, and I'll go ahead and let that semi go. I could have made it, but didn't want to freak him out. GoPro makes it look like he's farther away, but he was closer than it looks, and I could have made it across, but I'll be nice. I won't freak him out. Too many people hate bikers. Open it up a little. 45 on this part of the main road. I'm not gonna make this one, and I don't want to run a red light. I don't have that extra boost of power whenever I, you know, open the throttle up. It's just a slow acceleration, so I would have ran that red light. But it's got good brakes. Now it's 40 through here, and then once I go around this curve, it'll be 35 the rest of the way. We got 7 people now. Actually, 6 because I'm one of them. But I'll pull over again and check on the chat. Just gonna get back to the other side of town. But no, I'll just pull over here in Walgreens. Alright, see what we got here. Ah, no more chats? Come on. Alright, I'll hit the road again. Like I said earlier, if you're just joining, I changed some settings on my GoPro because my live streams on my scooter rides were choppy. So I'm just testing out new settings. It seems to work in town. So I'm just riding around so I can check it out later. So on this ride I'm not worried about, you know, checking on the stream and making sure it's working. I just want to ride and stream and talk to you guys whenever I pull over. My last few streams I wasn't really enjoying the ride because I kept pulling over and scrolling back the stream, you know, to find all the choppy parts. This time just want to enjoy the ride. Be out here too much longer. It's pull over. This was one of the problems that I had with the stream. The other day I pulled over right here and then it got really bad. But it looks going good. Alright, well I'm gonna head back to where I started and check the chat one more time, end the stream and head on back home. couple nights ago. I had a lot of fun chatting when the live stream was really bad and really choppy every time I rode. So I ended up just pulling over and I sat there and and I just talked with you guys for like an hour. Back on college campus again. I'm getting pretty good at almost coming to a complete stop without putting my feet down. See if I can do it right here. Not quite a complete stop, but just about. I'm surprised that all the college kids that I have ridden by haven't yelled at me to do a wheelie or something. 'Cause every time I ride through college, they're always yelling something at me, and most of the time it's do a wheelie. Not going to do that on this thing. Last time I did a wheelie on anything, I was a kid on a bicycle, and that was many years ago. They've had that generator running at the hospital for like 2 months now. Alright, this is the end of the line where I usually start my streams. I pull right over here under this light. And this is where I sat when I had that hour-long chat. Hello to everyone who's in here now. Alright, let me get caught up here. Alright, you got your tank. Real Outdoor Adventures. How's it working for you? Just got to get the front tire on. The front side rails. Alright, so I ordered mine fully assembled, so the only thing I had to put on, yeah, I got my helmet up, but let me put it down so you can see what I'm seeing, and just open my visor up. But yeah, the only thing I had to put on was my mirrors. But if you're talking about these like side rails, either here or here, as you can see, this plastic, rubber or plastic thing pops out like that, and then you got like Allen screws in there, and I think all of them have it. Over here too, you got these like little plugs, and well, I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, it's back here. If you can see, I think it's, yeah, Allen screws back here. And you got one here. So yeah, I didn't have to put any of this stuff on, because I ordered it fully assembled. And the only thing I put on was the mirrors. Ooh, and I'm already getting hot sitting here. And got bugs flying around. Mine doesn't have that top front one, mine's lower front. Did you get the deluxe version, or did you get the standard? The standard doesn't come with the side luggage boxes. I'm gonna raise my helmet again because it is hot. So you don't have the, see, I gotta lower my helmet so you can see what I'm seeing. I don't want to take the camera off. It's the Super Muck, not Deluxe. Is that the newer one? If it's 2025, then I probably don't know what it looks like. Because I know they came out with a newer version after I bought this one. 2024. Let's see, do you have the round headlights, or do you have like the newer sleek one that's like, you know, all plastic? And because I know they came out with that after this one. Alright, so yeah, you post that video because I'm not exactly sure, what you're talking about. Because I know when I got this one, there were two versions of the tank at the time. And there was the deluxe with the side boxes, and then there was the standard. The standard had 12-inch tires, and the deluxe had 13-inch tires. And then later they upgraded the standard with 13-inch tires. And then they came out with the new one that had like, a different headlight assembly. And then after that, I don't know, what they did, because I haven't really paid attention. The front side guardrails, so these things here. I don't think the standard had that. The standard did not have these rails on it, and that's why I got the deluxe, because I wanted like all the extra rails that came with it, plus the side boxes. Okay, so yeah, I'll watch your video whenever you put it up there. See, what type of scooter? So Bob, I got it's called the Tank 200 Deluxe. And it comes with 13-inch tires. It's got like hard plastic side boxes that you can snap on. And it comes with the trunk too, but I took that off and I put this on. And I got this off from Amazon. I forget exactly what size it is, but they got different sizes. And I can't remember. I think I put it on just barely far enough back to put my side boxes on if I wanted to. So when I put the side box on, it like barely touches the corner of my rack. I've had this on and off a few times, so it may not be perfect now, but I know at one point, I put it on and I can put my side boxes on if I want to. And then it's got these bars here on the front you can strap things to. So I'm gonna get new tires because these, they're kind of knobby. I was told that you can get these balanced. I've never had a scooter where I needed to balance tires, but I'm gonna get new tires anyway, because it does kind of, like when I'm riding, sometimes you'll see in the handlebars it kind of vibrates. So I think it's because these are more for like, off-roading type of tires. So I'm gonna get they're called City Grip 2, and they're street tires, so it should be a lot smoother. Yeah, Real Outdoor, there's other types that are not called the Tank, but they look pretty much the same. Like, I think there's one that's called the Gator or something like that, and I forget what the others are. But I saw, I'm going to open my helmet again. I'm sitting here with a down jacket and it's like 70 degrees. So yeah, there's different kinds with different names, but they all pretty much look similar. I need to see how long. I've been going an hour already. Let me check on the battery here. Look in the mirror. It's still got half full battery. How many miles I got? Let's see. Currently at 2,521. And I got it February 2024. So I haven't put too many miles on it. I mostly DoorDash on it. If you notice, if you were watching the other night, you know I had another rack on top of this one, you know, that I use for DoorDashing. The one I showed that comes up to here, and then I cut it so that I could still open my seat to get to the gas. But I take it on and off, you know, just whenever I want. Like, the reason I took it off was because I just wanted it to look cleaner. You know, when it's got that other rack on it that I put my bag on, you know, it doesn't look as clean. So sometimes I just take it off just so that, you know, it looks better. But yeah, I mostly DoorDash on this thing. But I'm riding it a lot more now. Well, good luck, Real Outdoor. Let me tell you a story, if you haven't heard it already. The first time I ever got a scooter, it was a 50cc Tao pony. It was back in 2012, and I was in my early 20s, and never had a scooter before. I've only ridden, you know, bikes when I was a kid, but never had anything motorized. And so I got my 50cc Tao pony, and I rode it all over town. And within a week, I took a cross-state joyride, and I rode 320 miles. I got up really early. Sun wasn't even up yet, and I rode that thing. I took all back roads, and I rode it 320 miles. It took me 13 and a half hours to go to Joplin, Missouri. And I went there, you know, and I stayed with a friend. And that's the only reason I went out there, was because I had a friend out there. So I rode it all the way out there. It took 13 and a half hours. And it was just a little 50cc. All back roads, a couple rock roads. And yeah, that was my first big adventure on a scooter. And that's why, you know, I wanted to go on the scooter cannonball with this thing in 2027. So I'm hoping that I can, you know, get a bunch of spare parts and save up my money, and mostly gonna be tax return money. You know, 2027, whatever I get in my tax return, you know, I'm putting it towards the scooter cannonball, because I want to ride this thing cross country. Yeah, I save a lot of gas doing DoorDash on the scooter. But I had to order this thing from the ArlingtonPowersports.com, because you know, the only dealers we have around here, they only got, you know, 50cc Taos. You have to go to, like Ottumwa, Iowa, or St. Louis, Missouri, and then they got like Hondas and, like the name brand scooters, expensive ones. So, it's called the Tank 200, but it's actually a 168cc. The fastest I've gotten, I've hit 60 before, but that's like downhill with the tailwind. I've hit 58, with the headwind going downhill, but I usually keep it, 50 or under, because I don't really care about, speed. So if I go out on the highway, the only highway that I do go on, that's got traffic is just out, to the state park. But if I go out on any other highways, I take like back road highways where there's less traffic. I've gone scooter camping with this thing and took all, back road highways like 30 miles out of town and went camping and then rode it 30 miles back. But it's almost 10 o'clock and I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream and head on back home. So thanks for joining everyone who's watched. Hopefully the live stream was a lot better. Like I said earlier, before I was running at 1080p and I was saving the HD version on the GoPro SD card. So I turned that option off, so no HD version coming from this one. And then I lowered it down to 720, and I think it did a lot better in town. I did that the other day too, but I went out of town and then it got choppy again. But hopefully it was good. I'll check it out later, and if it was good, then I'll keep doing live streams in town. I just won't go out of town unless I'm just making a regular video. But I'm going to head on back home. I'm sitting here with a down jacket on and I am getting hot. And there's bugs flying all around me. I don't know if you can see them, but I parked under a light, so that's my fault. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you again next time.